Got to be as we get to see the very first NBA bucket from Drew.
Yeah, and he can relax a little bit now. That first one is in the books. It won't be the most memorable.
I think you may be right about that. No matter how many thousands of them he winds up with, he'll never forget that first one.
It could go. But it wouldn't fall for.
All right, listen closely, man. I've got.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set. Lambo, he's checked in for the Raptors. Ross comes in for DeMarre Carroll. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Hill, he's checked in for Allen. C.J. Miles comes in for George. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Ellis. And Bruce subbed in for Hill. And so in the game. C.J. Miles is out there with Hill. Then there's Rodney Stuckey, and it's Turner in at the 5, down low.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Toronto.
You know, Clark, when you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Well, you said it all there, Kevin. They were lethal from behind the arc.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Lowry. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan player.
Together, it makes one dynamite.
Yeah.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just
LeBron James.
Cavaliers have an Eastern Conference contest on their hands as they prepare to defend their home court here at the Quicken. Now for Cleveland, Fry comes in for Thompson, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for J.R. Smith. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Mahimi's checked in for Hill. Turner comes in for Allen. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Ellis. And Drew's subbed in for Hill. On the court for Indiana, Stuckey and George make up the perimeter. Mahimi is out there with Turner. And it's Drew in at the point.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Puts it up from 12. Here's Stuckey. And the layup's good off the glass.
I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already. And Rodney Stuckey, a combo guard out of... Washington played a big role for the Pacers a season ago.
And here's Freak. Shot clock at 6. Charity stripe shot. And James pulls it down. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Outside Irving. Jacks up a 3. No good. And Indiana will go the other way with it. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Yeah, they were in a funk from the field in that game. Credit the defense, though, because even when they got
long, forget about them and move on.
Freak with it. Right side Turner, and stolen by Love. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Irving kicks to LeBron. And another miss by Cleveland.
Yeah, that's an excellent challenge right there. Good job contesting that shot by the defender.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. Pacers out in front. They lead by 4. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. And a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge.
For me, at a younger age, one game shouldn't have.
Again, just another part of the match. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Channing Frye's checked in for Mozgov. Love comes in for Tristan Thompson. LeBron, he's checked in for J.R. Smith. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. On the court for Indiana, Drew in at point guard. Solomon Hill is out there with Turner. Then there's Ian Mahinmi. And it's Stuckey in at shooting guard. That's good. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Everyone knows about the Paul George injury from last year and how it affected the Pacers. He said almost the entire season, and there was no doubt they missed him.
Yeah, and when George came back, Kevin, the Pacers got hot, but they had to put him on a minutes limit. And it wasn't just George, though. The team as a whole had a lot of injuries during the course of the season.
6 to shoot. They set the screen, and stolen by James. Shumpert with it. He's picked up by Hill. To the middle. Here's Irving. And he'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And, you know, as you said, the Pacers did have problems. Injuries. The team roster missed 219 games due to injury. So compare that to the 69 games missed by the Pacers in 2014. Big difference.
George is checked in for the Pacers. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
All right, a chance to look at the numbers for Shumpert. Some last season stats for him. Put up 8 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And to have a knockdown shooter like that coming off the bench, a great asset for any coach.
Yeah, he always seems to supply points. And yeah, things can get stagnant without that spark plug. He serves the bill there.
And really, guys, the most telling part of the Pacers' injury troubles was this. Had to use 15 different starting lineups over the course of the season. Just hard to stay consistent and competitive when you are always replacing an injured player in the lineup.
And he gets it to go. Cleveland's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. James against George. James dishes to Irving, and he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Irving's got the lead up to 4 now for Cleveland. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now here's Freak. Defense is right there. Indiana needs to get a shot off. They get it back. Nobody near George. Triple. George has got 9.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Cavaliers lead by 3. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Gentlemen, I'm over here with Tristan Thompson. And after that first half, Tristan, what's the plan going to be for this second half?
Well, it's simple. It's going to be a dogfight. You know, they got big guys, true bigs, and we got to come out, play hard, and not let up.
Welcome you back to start the quarter. Players. A different look now for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Love. Fry comes in for Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana.
What a life, eh, Freak? 1 minute you're playing 21 and Horse on the courts in Harlem, and the next moment you're in the showroom.
Tell you about Vic. He has his bad rap. It's not, and I understand some of his judgments might shadow his actual character.
Siamo fragili, se tutti ci toccano, siamo fatti di sogni che non ci fanno dormire.
You're always going to have people who don't believe that you're really good at what you do.
Steph Curry and the Warriors next game. I've been looking forward to this for a while now. You know they'll be running and gunning. And Steph's gonna do 2 or 3 things that make you want to stop and stare. But we can't let that distract us. Because if we lose focus for even a second, they'll be up 20. So maybe it's up to me to put on a little show of my own.
Nothing goes together like the Pacers and Indiana as we get ready for an interconference contest here in Indianapolis. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for George. And Drew's subbed in for George Hill. Then for the Warriors, Azili's checked in for Bogut. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Setting the floor for the Warriors, Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. Azili is out there with Green, and it's Livingston in at the 1 spot. Last season, Draymond Green taking over the starting power forward role in Golden State. Last season, David Lee was injured, remember, in preseason. Green was inserted, and he's been terrific ever since.
Absolutely superb. A former second-round pick, his emergence has fueled this team's rise to greatness.
Thompson with it, picked up by Ellis. From about 16, the shot will not go. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free run. Runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And here's Freak. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Utah Jazz. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Drew's got his first points of the night.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim. There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Inside, here's Mahinmi.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
For Indiana, they have been perfect at the line so far. The Warriors leading Drew in at shooting guard. Paul George is out there with Allen. Then there's Hill, and it's Hill in at the center position. That's the Pacers 5. There's the screen. Ezeli the pass. To Curry. 4 on the clock. Bogut kicks to Ezeli. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And it's off from three-point range. And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, and as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
Barnes dishes to Thompson. Plays it up and banks it in. Thompson's got 8 points.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Now here's Freak, covered by Barnes. Now here's Freak. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Can't hit from 12. Moving it up, and the whistle blows as the basket counts in a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nice.
Lets it go from 11, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jordan Hill. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
That's the risky run by staying out there as he picks up his 3rd.
Curry passes to Thompson. And the 3 off target.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Hill, a screen on Curry. Now here's Freak, guarded by Curry. Indiana needs to get a shot off. The 3 from George. Can't get it to go. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground. Even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You've got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
Oh, and here comes Barnes all alone. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over.
The Warriors making a change here. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, thank you. Here with Frank Vogel. And, Coach, you've got to be pleased with that first half. The ball was moving. Your guys were sharing. Things were going well for you. What about it pleased you?
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
It's been a good night for Thompson. He has 11 points, and he's knocked down 5 shots at the charity stripe. Good numbers for him.
Yeah, they are.
And Golden State also making a change. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Andrew Bogut. Warriors leading by 7. Setting the floor for the Warriors. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Ezeli in at the 5. Now here's Freak. He's tightly guarded. Right at the free throw line. Here's Allen. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Allen's got 6 in the quarter.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
In the first half, they shot a little over 30%. That's dismal. That's obviously not the start that you want to see. But they've settled down here in this second half, getting some good looks, and they've started to knock them down.
6 on the shot clock. Freak kicks to George. Releases. And that one goes long. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Nobody near Barnes. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And it's a 12-point Warrior lead. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Pope loose. It's stolen by Curry. Drops in the breakaway layup. Curry's got 13.
And defensively, these guys are looking for answers. Since halftime, they've seemed disjointed and out of sync. They have got to get back that rhythm defensively.
Pick up by Hill. Freak dishes to George. Hill sets the screen for George. Indiana again missing.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Pacers trail by 14. Well, the Pacers, despite all their injuries from last season, were right in the playoff hunt until the very end. Had a chance, in fact, GA, on the last day to sneak in, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, they needed a Brooklyn loss to go along with them winning that last game. Ultimately, though, it wasn't in the cards for them, and they ended a game out of the postseason.
And now, let's hear it for your Ace Base.
Here we can see, Kevin, where the Warriors rank in the NBA right now. Tops in scoring. First in three-point field goal percentage. And they've also made their opponents pay for any mistakes. I mean, they've got the most points off turnovers in the league.
And you go back to their offense, the most explosive in the league. I mean, everyone talks about the great offense beating great defenses. And I tell you what, they make it difficult to hang with them.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Miami's checked in for Hill. Turner comes in for Lavoy Allen. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for George. Rodney Stuckey's subbed in for Ellis. The kick out to Spates. Here's Curry. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Now here's Freak, guarded by Curry. 5 to shoot, and that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
Hill, he's checked in for Drew. There's 39 seconds left to play in the third. He's checked in for George Hill. The Warriors also with a sub. Bogut's checked in.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Warriors.
But they simply ran him off the court.
It was all about the transition game. Fast break points, the difference.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And when you play a team twice like these two will this season, always nice to win the first one as they'll go up 1-0 in the season.
The only color I care about is green, money. Now, you've certainly made some money so far, Freak, but it's time we make more.
Mr. Dom Pagnotti, Mr. Diamond and Platinum himself. It's a love.
But I had a parking lot on Smash. Plus I got a 7 with a 454 in the hood. Got 125 on the dash. I'm the biggest.
We got James Harden and that beard of his. Look, this guy's relentless. We know he's gonna attack the basket all night long, so I'm gonna make it my personal mission to keep that from happening. As long as we keep jumping those passing lanes, we can give them a run for their money. I know I'll be ready.
We've got NBA basketball in store for you here in Houston, Texas, the home of the Rockets, live on 2K Sports. After this game, the Rockets head back out on the road. They've been playing very well lately. It's been 4 wins for them in their last 5 games.
Yeah, right now, though, the Rockets, lately, they've been off their game just a little bit. It's led to them losing that top spot here in the standings.
And, Greg, peaks and valleys are part of the season for the most talented of teams. I mean, they've still got plenty of time to get things right before the playoffs.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Paul George is out there with Allen. Then it's Turner. Then there's Hill. And it's Ellis. And at the 2 spot, here's Hill. And it's Moniunas in for Michael Beasley. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Mahinmi's checked in for Turner. Hill comes in for Allen. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Monte Ellis. And Drew's subbed in for Hill. Everly with the ball. Now defended by Freak. Ariza. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. And for Trevor Ariza, almost exclusively a perimeter player on the offense last year. New scheme, Greg, new teammates, big adjustment.
Yeah, the Rockets having Dwight Howard camping out in the lane and
I told you, Dom Pagnotti always delivers. Brand Jordan Freak prototypes. Open the box, check them out.
Ooh, it's like Christmas and my birthday on the same day. Oh, Dom.
You love him?
I love him.
Hey.
São Paris, São Paulo, França, Brasil. Aí, MC da UFP, Laboratório Fantasma. É nóis.
I'm coming home. New York City, baby. I'll be honest, I'm pretty excited. Mama, Pops, and Cece, yeah, they're gonna be there. Playing in front of them in the NBA uniform for the first time is gonna be a special moment for me. Now, I know all of Harlem's gonna be watching. No pressure, right? It's all good, though. I've been waiting for this my entire life. And I'll be ready.
It's Eastern Conference time for the traveling Indiana Pacers today, bringing you another edition of the Drew in a two-guard. Hill is out there with Turner. Then it's George Hill, and it's George in at the three, the small forward. Shoots off the screen. Sloan, that's good.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to move the ball. Stick it too much.
Now, Freak, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. 2 on the clock. Lets it go. Goes back up. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out. And it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Indiana. Stuckey comes in for Hill. Here's Sloan. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against a defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
And Young, here we go.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it. Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Lopez, he's checked in for Thaddeus Young. Brooklyn leading by 8. 55 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Sloan. He feeds it to Lopez. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
And here's a look at the stats for Sloan. His last 10 games, averaging 5 points per game, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. Backup point guard, always an important position, and he fills that role beautifully.
Yep, without a good floor conductor coming off the bench, your offense can quickly grow stagnant. He solves that problem.
He kicks it to Ellington. Out to the right wing. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined.
Both teams making some changes here. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Henry Sims out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Jarrett Jack. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Kilpatrick in at shooting guard. So that's the Nets 5. Breaks a big high bounce and goes in. And it's all knotted up.
Love the work there. They got the most out of that possession.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Cavaliers did not have a great showing. He had 6 points and helped out the team by coming up with a few key steals in that one as well. One thing that's a bit disturbing for him right now is the fact that it's been a string of games like this together. His numbers are down, and we'll see if he can buck the trend in this one, guys.
Good work as always, Doris. Thank you. Well, we haven't seen too many games, guys, like that out of him before.
And you know what? I'm thinking we'll see a different guy here tonight. Hard to imagine he'd have back-to-back bad games.
Yep, forget about back-to-back bad games on an individual basis. What he really wants to avoid are back-to-back losses.
There's the pick. Kicks to Mahinmi. Lopez with the steal. In transition, here come the Nets.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Watching Brook Lopez, he all the time contributes in every category. It's amazing the number of ways he affects the game.
Deadly with the shot. Tremendous touch. Back to the basket moves, facing up, makes free throws. Good offensive rebounder, capable passer. He just makes things happen.
Kilpatrick, and the rejection by Mahinmi. Clock is at 3. And it's Kilpatrick missing.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Hill kicks to Freak. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Brooklyn leading by 3. .119 left to play in the first half. Sims, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Young's checked in for Lopez. And a change for the Pacers. Monte Ellis. And so it's a close.
All right.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Lavoy Allen. C.J. Miles comes in for George. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Monte Ellis. And Drew's subbed in for George Hill. On the court right now for the Pacers. Drew in at point guard. C.J. Miles is out there with Turner. Then there's Rodney Stuckey, and it's Mahinmi in at the center, walking down the middle. The shot's good from Ellington.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. And how about a look now at the first-year block leaders in the NBA? Here are the top rookie intimidators. And you look at Hollis Jefferson, one of the top intimidators in the league, a fierce shot blocker. And, of course, Miles Turner doing just as much.
And among first-year players, these two are as intimidating a pair of shot blockers as you're going to see.
Yeah, both of them do a tremendous job of defending at the point of attack, not letting guys muscle them out of position. Forces to be reckoned with for sure.
The Pacers making a switch here. Hill's checked in. Freak sets a screen for Stuckey. It's deflected. Guys, a potent offense right now.
Yeah, Kevin, really the offense is flowing quite nicely right now.
You know what, guys, and they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Freak kicks to Hill. Down low. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And checking out the numbers for Lopez. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. 5th in blocks, 12th in scoring, and don't forget top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
Yeah, he's been dominant as a shot blocker all year. He is a dangerous force inside.
Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for the Nets.
Not a typical trip to the line for him there. He had been knocking him down today.
Sims the pass to Ellington for the lead, and Young with the basket on the assist by Ellington. And 11 points here for Thaddeus Young. In the corner, Miles with it. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And for C.J. Miles, he sure can string together a long line of threes under the league with an...
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Post. Go take over and make your presence felt. Soft.
As I was saying, got a real big problem, all this kitty stuff. You evil twins, CC and Dom, got you doing a
Some people say you just a hanger-on, that you're a leech. Why is that the word?
Because people just don't know,
They be hating?
They be hating. They hating on my game. They hating on our friendship. See, FOF, friend of freak. See, nobody...
We got Kevin Durant up next. And you know he'll come to play. I love his versatility, but that makes shutting him down next to impossible. Coach gave us a full breakdown of what to expect, and we watched plenty of film. But sometimes you just gotta throw all that out the window and settle things on the court. And I'm ready. Bring it, KD.
Live from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, the home of the Thunder, we're broadcasting from the Chesapeake Energy Arena. Well, it was the Indiana Pacers. In their last game against the Charlotte Hornets. And that result, guys, was a real shocker. It was just about as complete a dominant performance as we've seen them. Cantor checked in for Stevens. Collison comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Waiters.